Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Fauzan bin Saban and I will talk about conservation tillage. Before we talk about conservation tillage, let me define tillage first. For your information, tillage is the agricultural preparation of soil by using mechanical agitation of various types such as digging, ploughing, and steering. Okay then, let us move to the conservation tillage. Conservation tillage refers to a tillage system that leaves 30% of the soil surface covered with the residue after planting. It is developed to leave more crop residue on the surface to reduce soil or water loss compared to other tillage systems, such as conventional or full tillage. This system focuses on reducing the disturbance of soil during land preparation. Conservation tillage can be combined with other practices to enhance the soil health. There are few types of conservation tillage. First, let's talk about no-tills, also known as zero tillage. It means all crop residue left on the soil surface. This method involves planting crop directly into the residue of previous crop without disturbing the soil. Specialized equipment is used to create narrow slots for seeds, ensuring minimal soil disruption. In short, no-till keeps the soil covered and undisturbed, preserving its natural structure. Next, we have strip till, also called zone tillage, a narrow strip tills before or at planting. In this method, only narrow strips of soil are tilled where the seed will be planted, leaving the rest of the field undisturbed. The space between the row is covered with residue. Strip till improve the seedbed environment, which only disturbs soil in a narrow zone. Strip till strike a balance between conservation and precision. The last one is ridge till. It's a single-pass tillage planting operation. Crops are planted on the top of the ridge after removing residue left between the ridge, while the furrow between them helps collect water and reduce runoff. This system is especially beneficial in wet conditions or areas prone to waterlogging, as the raised bed improve drainage. For the advantages of conservation tillage, it reduces soil erosion. Conservation tillage keeps crop residue on the soil surface, which protect the soil from being washed away by rain or blown away by wind. This helps keep the valuable topsoil in place. Conservation tillage also improves soil structure. By minimizing soil disturbance, conservation tillage helps maintain the soil's natural structure. This will make it easier for plant roots to grow and allow water to move through the soil more effectively. It also increases organic matter content. Leftover crop residue gradually break down and adds organic matter to the soil. This improves soil fertility, supports microbial life, and boosts plant nutrient availability. For the last advantage is carbon sequestration. Conservation tillage reduces greenhouse gas emission by storing carbon in the soil and decreasing fossil fuel use. Therefore, there are also some of challenges to implementing conservation tillage. First is financial cost and equipment. Adopting conservation tillage often requires investment in specialized equipment such as no-till planters or strip till machine. Conservation and soil suitability. The effectiveness of conservation tillage varies based on soil type and climate on the area itself. Soil compaction risk. Improper machinery use, especially in wet conditions, can lead to soil compaction. Last one is transition period issue. Shifting from different tillage to conservation tillage may result in initial yield reduction as the soil needs to adjust to the new approach.
Very good evening to my friend and Professor Hasmabidin, our beloved lecturer. So today I will present about introduction to cover crops under the topic of AGR 531 soil management. So, what is the cover crops? Cover crops is a non-cash crops grown which is to improve soil health, enhance soil fertility, and manage erosions happen to the soils. So there are four examples of the cover crops, which is oats, clover, vetch, and rye. Guys, hello guys, come back to me and I will explain to you what is the benefits of cover crops. And first of all, Doctor and all my friends, which is improve soil structure and health. Cover crops such as legume, grasses, and brassicas help to improve soil structure by preventing erosions, increasing organic matter, and enhancing soil aggregation. Their root system can break up compacted layers. And besides that, we have weed control. So, what inside the weed control? Cover crop act as a natural mulch, suppressing weeds by outcompeting them for sunlight and nutrient. This will reduce the need for herbicide and helps the weed management without the tillage. Leguminous cover crops like clover, vetch can also help prevent certain weeds by releasing what we call allelopathic compounds that inhibit their germination. Next, we have nutrient cycling. So, can you answer my question? What is a nutrient cycling? Nutrient cycling is a leguminous cover crops fix nitrogen from the atmosphere, enriching the soil with these essential nutrients for subsequent crops. This will reduce the need for synthetic nitrogen fertilizers. And we have erosion control. The root of cover crop help bind soil particles together, reducing erosion caused by wind and water. So this particularly improve and important in areas prone to soil degradation such as on slope lands. We have improved soil moisture orientation. Their root system create channels that allow water to move more freely, and the organic matter they add helps the soil retain moisture, which can be especially beneficial during dry spell. Last but not least, we have biodiversity and pest control, which is benefits for the cover crops. A diverse area of cover crops can attract beneficial insects such as pollinator, which is reducing the need for chemical pest control. Thank you. We move to selecting and managing cover crops. We must choose the species, and the factor we must see is matching crops to climate, which is warm season cowpeas and a cool season rye. In addition, we have tailored to soil needs. The factor we must see is erosion control rye and nitrogen fixation. Next, and furthermore, we have feed cropping system, which is complementary growth cycles. Right? When selecting and managing the cover crops, we must see the timing. Timing for the planting we must see is fall and spring. And for the fall, we must post harvest for winter soil cover. Besides that, for spring we have early season preparations. And we have termination, mechanical, chemical, and natural. For mechanical, we have mowing and rolling. Chemical, we use herbicides. And for natural, we have frost and senescence. But not least, we have integration with cash crop for seamless protection. This is so important to the cash crop. First of all, the most important thing is planning, the foundation of success. So what is a planning? You guys know? Planning is essential to ensure cover crops and cash crop work together, not against each other. By choosing the right cover crop species and timing their planning and termination, you can maximize benefits like soil health, nutrient availability, weed suppressions. For example, after harvesting soybean, planting cereal rye as a winter cover crop stabilize the soil. In spring, terminate the rye just in time to plant corn, preventing competition while retaining soil benefits. So besides that, we have relay cropping maximize field productivity. So what inside this content is relay cropping involve planting a cover crop while a cash crop is still growing. This overlapping system reduces downtime in the field and ensure continuous soil coverage. Example, during the late growth stage of wheat, in the seed crimson clover, after wheat harvest, the clover takes over fixing nitrogen for corn crop the following years. Next, we have living mulch system, dual benefit in actions. In this living mulch system, we should keep a low growing cover crop in a place during the cash crop life cycle. This approach suppresses weeds, conserve moisture, and prevent erosions without interfering with the cash crop. For example, white clover as a living mulch under sweet corn suppressing weeds reduce the need for herbicide and enriches the soil with nitrogen for the next crop cycles. Last but not least, we have residue management, which is leveraging the cover crop legacy. Cover crop act as a natural resources for the following cash crop. We have incorporation, which is tailing residue into the soil adds organic matter and nutrients. And next we have surface mulching. Leaving residue on the surface reduce evaporation, control weeds, and moderate soil temperature. For example, allow daikon radish to winter kill. Its decomposing root leave organic matter and create channel for better soil erosions, benefiting a spring planted vegetable crop like carrots. That's all from me, thank you.
What is green manure? Green manure is a crop grown to improve soil health. It is planted then turned into the soil to add nutrients, improve structure, and boost fertility. Green manure is a crop grown, incorporated into the soil to enhance fertility and structure. It is a natural solution for healthy soil. Green manure can improve soil fertility the sustainable way. It is natural way to improve soil health without chemical fertilizer. Common green manure used in Malaysia is cowpeas or kacang panjang or mung beans kacang hijau. Benefits of using green manure is to control weed naturally. It can dance growth of the green manure suppress weed by covering the soil and blocking sunlight. It also can reduce dependency on chemical fertilizer. By replenishing soil nutrients naturally, green manure minimizes the use of synthetic fertilizer, cutting costs and environment impact. It also can enrich the soil with nutrients. It is because green manure crop, especially legumes, fix nitrogen in the soil, providing essential nutrient for future crops. It also can improve the soil structure and water retention. The organic matter improve the soil texture, making it easier to till. How to use green manure? First, we sow the seed during the off-season or crop rotation. Then, we grow the crop, allowing it to mature or reach the flowering stage. Then, we will incorporate it. We plow it into the soil while still green. We wait 2 to 3 weeks to let it decompose before planting the next crop. Why choose green manure? It is because it can improve soil health for a long term. Green manure also eco-friendly alternative to chemical fertilizer. It is affordable and sustainable.
So today I'm going to explain about challenges and implementation of green manures. First, going to explain about challenges. The first challenge of green manures is competition with main crop. Growing green manures crops may take up land and time that could otherwise be used for cash crops. This can lead to reduced short-term economic returns. Second is water requirements. Green manure crops require water which can be limiting factor in regions with scarce water resources, especially in arid or semi-arid climates. Third is labor and management costs. Incorporating green manure into the soil requires additional labor, machinery, or tools which can increasing operational costs. Fourth is timing issue. Poor timing in planting or incorporating green manures crops can lead to delay planting of main crops which affecting their growth cycle and yields. Fifth is pest and disease risk. Some green manures crop can harbor pests and disease that may affect subsequent crops. Six is nutrient lockup. If the green manures decompose slowly, nutrients might be temporarily unavailable to subsequent crops, delaying their uptake. Last is limited awareness and adoption. Farmers, particularly in developing regions, may lack awareness or knowledge of the benefits of green manure, which leading to its underutilization. Next, I'm going to explain is the implementation of green manures. The first is selecting appropriate crops. By selecting the appropriate crops, which it can suit the local climate, soil type, and cropping system. For example, include legume like clover and cowpea is fixed with nitrogen in the soil. While for fast-growing grasses like rye can improve the organic matter. The second is optimal timing and rotation. Plant green manure crops during the off-season or as a cover crops between the main crop cycles. Incorporate them into the soil at the right growth stage, usually before flowering into the maximized biomass and nutrient content. Third is integrated pest management or IPM. Integrated pest management use pest-resistant or disease-tolerant green manure crops to minimize risk to subsequent crops. Fourth is water management. By adopt efficient irrigation techniques such as drip irrigation to minimize water use for green manure crops. Fifth is training and awareness program. By educates farmers on the long-term benefits of green manures through workshops, demonstration farms, and extension services. Six is incentive and subsidies. Government and agricultural organizations can provide subsidies or incentives to encourage farmers to adopt green manure practices. Next is utilization of mechanization. Employ machinery for faster planting incorporation and management of the green manure crops, reducing labor costs and increasing efficiency. Last but not least is combined with organic farming. By combined with organic farming, green manures in conjunction with organic farming practices can maximize soil's health and sustainable agricultural productivity. In conclusion, sustainable practices for resilient farming such as conservation tillage, cover crops and green manures are crucial tools for achieving sustainable and eco-friendly agriculture. Key benefits. These practices collectively enhance soil health, reduce erosion, conserve water, and increase biodiversity while minimizing input costs and promoting long-term productivity. Next is challenge to address. Effective implementation requires proper planning, investment, and management to overcome barriers such as weed control, timing, and initial costs. Last but not least is the path forward. By integrating these strategies and adapting them to local conditions, Farmers can ensure sustainable food production while protecting natural resources for future generations. That's from us today. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.